Yo, I'm Big Brian,
Brian.
and let's talk football.
What the hell's going on out
Yo, what in the hell's going on out here?
Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Football with Big Brian. So I got to thinking about this Jerry Jones, Brian Schottenheimer thing, right? And I said, you know what? I mean, you can keep an open mind about this. And I'm gonna say this, right? Remember when Jerry Jones first bought the Dallas Cowboys, right?
What did he do? He fired Tom Landry. That made headline news. That was on the front cover of every newspaper in America.
Tom Landry was the only head coach Dallas had up until at this point. And Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys and fired Tom Landry. And everybody was like pissed off. What the hell are you doing, man? How you gonna fire Tom Landry? This Tom Landry's been to 5 Super Bowls, 1, 2, been to 21 years consecutive playoffs, which was at that time unheard of. From 1966 to 1980.
As an assistant coach in New York, Tom Landry created the 4-3 defense. In 1960, Landry took over the expansion Dallas Cowboys, where he devised a multiple set offense to combat the 4-3 defense he developed earlier.
I don't think I would enjoy my profession if I knew I was always a winner. I think it's really the chase that's important. It's the challenge that you're after, much more than the winning.
Landry made 5 Super Bowl appearances, winning 2 championships.
Think about that.
From 1966 to 1986, Tom Landry was either in the NFC Championship game, Super Bowl, or was in the playoffs. And when it took the 49ers first beat them in 1981, they had to beat the Cowboys with that the catch. But yeah, and what Jerry Jones do? Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys and fired Tom Landry. Everybody was pissed. Everybody like, what the hell? Man, this man don't know what he's doing. And he bought in Jimmy Johnson. Nobody knew Jimmy Johnson unless he was into college football. Who the hell is Jimmy Johnson? He ain't no Tom Landry, right? And at this point, Jimmy Johnson was a college football coach, right? He wasn't no pro coach. And that first year, Cowboys went, I think, 1 and something. They won 1 game and they beat the Washington Redskins. And everybody wanted Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson's head on a silver platter. I cannot believe Jerry Jones fired Tom Landry. And 3 years later, what happened? They won a Super Bowl. And then they won another Super Bowl. And after that, nobody remembered Tom Landry. This is the point I'm trying to make here. I mean, I think so. So I think Jerry Jones threw a Hail Mary with Jimmy Johnson, and it worked. So this is the point I'm trying to make with Brian Schottenheimer. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I just got up. I think Jerry Jones is trying to pull another miracle. Same as he did with Jimmy Johnson. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody's saying, what the hell are you doing, blah, blah, blah. And I think Jerry Jones is saying, hey, I went through this 30 years ago when I fired Tom Landry, the face of Dallas, and we ended up winning 3 Super Bowls. I think that's what he's trying to do here. Like I say, Brian Schottenheimer, nobody knows a whole lot about him, but he's been around. His dad was Marty Schottenheimer, was a good coach, but he could not win the big one. Okay, but he was a good. Marty Schottenheimer was when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs had a very good team. Marty Schottenheimer was with the Kansas City Chiefs from 1989 to 1998. He won 101 games, lost 58. He had a good record, .634, had 3 division titles, 7 playoff appearances, and a trip to the AFC Championship game in 1993, losing to the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, he was a good coach, but he just could never win, or he could never get to the Super Bowl. But he was a good coach. He went to the Redskins after Kansas City, and his record was 8-8. He didn't do as good there as he did in Kansas City. Because I remember John Riggins just always called him Marty Ball. Oh, Marty Ball. 8-8. When Marty Schottenheimer was with the Chiefs, he had Derek Thomas. Derek Thomas was a good linebacker. He was a beast. And he got killed in a car accident. Yeah, that was sad. But yep, he could get you to the playoffs or get you close. But he could never win the big one. Okay. That's Brian's dad. And John Riggins used to call it Marty Ball. And Martin Schottenheimer always had some weird sayings like, "There's a gleam, guys. There's a gleam." And you're like, okay, what the hell does that mean? Marty was weird, but I think Marty was into the Civil War stuff. I seen an episode one day. I'm in the Civil War. I like history. I seen an episode of the Civil War one day, and one of the generals said that he told the soldiers that there's a gleam or something. And I said, oh, that's 20 years later. Oh, that's where Marty got this. There's a gleam from. But who knew? You talking about kids is 8, 21, 22 years old. They don't know what the hell was. There's a gleam. There's a gleam. But Marty, like I said, Marty Schottenheimer was a above average coach, but he never could get to the big one. But anyway, that's my point. I'm gonna wish Brian Schottenheimer good luck. But the reason why everybody is on Jerry Jones' case is because you ain't done shit in 30 years, man. 30 years, Jerry Jones. You've been running the show 30 years. You've been the puppet master. Okay? Now, when you first got in there, you was okay. I'm going to tell you this. I always say this. When you had T.O. and Jason Witten and Romo, that when they was there, that was your Super Bowl team. Them guys could have won a Super Bowl. That was your Super Bowl team. When you had what's his name? Bum Phillips' son. I can't think of his first name. Wade Phillips. He was okay, but when you had T.O. and Romo and Marion Barbarian, and that was your Super Bowl team. But it's been down here ever since. And all your other coaches been put. Jason Garrett should have been gone. Matter of fact, you should have never hired him. Okay? You tried that shit with Jason Garrett. It didn't work. Kept him there for 10 years. But that's why everybody's on your ass, Jerry Jones. Because you ain't done shit in 30 years. Okay? You got everybody at ESPN making fun of you. And everybody on social media too. But Jimmy Johnson curse still haunts you. And Jerry Jones, you suck too. Yeehaw! Thanks for letting us Cowboy fans down again. Okay? And we know you don't care. You don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. You don't care because you're making money. But your fans, the people that built you up, man, You letting all these people, you letting all Cal. You know what? I mean, you losing fans left and right. You losing fans left and right. I ain't trying to go on no rant. I don't give a shit either. I've already look. I still can remember the 70s and 90 Cowboys, and those were my guys. Okay. Even Romo when he first got there, I was with Romo. I even made the song "Cowboys Coming to Your Town." That's what Dak got that. Here we go. I was with Romo, but after a while, football, Jerry Jones, you a good businessman. You suck as a football man. If you ran football like you ran your business, the Cowboys would have had 10 Super Bowls. You gotta run football the same way you run your freaking business, man. This football, it's like stocks. You know what I'm saying? It's like stocks, Jerry Jones. Listen to me. It's like stocks. You know about stocks? Football is the same way. When you see a player going down, you gotta get rid of him. This ain't no Fortune 500 company. That's how you run. That's how you run your football team. If you ran like your business, you'd have had 10 Super Bowls. I know you love your players. Hey man, you did good for 3-4 years, but you gotta go. We can still be buddies. You can still come to the game, but you gotta run football like you run your business. Okay? You can't keep a player there for 10 years. Football is a young man's sport, man. It's a young man's sport. Just like honestly, when what's his name? When Dak hurt his leg, Dak would have been gone if this was back in the old days. Oh, you hurt his leg. You got to go, Dak. It's a business. Football is like you got to run football like you run your business. Dak, you a liability. You did good. Your leg hurt. You ain't the same player. You got to go. Okay, maybe somebody else will take you. You got to keep it fresh, Jerry Jones. Fresh. That's what, like Jimmy Johnson, he kept it fresh, man. Jimmy Johnson's third string players could beat most teams. He kept it fresh. You got to keep your finger in the college pool. You got to keep these players fresh. You don't keep them there for 8, 9, 10 years. Coach there for 8, 9, 10. Like, shit, that's you keeping football players around longer than most people keep a regular job. That's why people come to Dallas. Oh yeah, shit. Man, if I get to Dallas, man, I got it made. It's like the union. I don't have to do nothing. I could be here for 10 years.
It's okay to keep a player there for 10 years if they're still productive and still playing good.
Anyway, guys, I'm done, but until he's hoping Brian Schottenheimer is going to be another Jimmy Johnson. That's what he did with Jason Garrett. It didn't work out. But anyway, until Brian Schottenheimer, until you prove yourself right now, buddy, this is what I think about you, and this is what it's. I'm gonna tell you one more thing. I gotta say this before I go, guys. It's like working for the government or any job for that matter, especially because you are unknown when it comes to coaching. When you come in the government, you know how you start out? I'm going to just put it like this. You come in on the shit list, right? And you got to work your way off of it. Meanwhile, Jerry Jones, you're losing America's team. The team is singing. Actually, the team is sunk. I'm already not buying no more merchandise. I ain't bought merchandise for years. I had this probably 10 years old. Boycott Dallas until Jerry Jones do something good. I'm gone. This is what we think about you right now, Brian Schottenheimer. You got to prove yourself.